What's up, everybody? My name is Anime Uzumaki 1118, and today I want to discuss episode 2 of Zodiac War. Now, I know for a fact that this show was really in depth. I mean, the first episode, we get to see every Zodiac going at it until, one head chopped off, but we get to see the fight between the rabbit and the boar. And that match was intense. And then the last thing we saw was just the boar getting stabbed in the chest. Now, episode 2 was just it was a 70-30. And by 70-30, I mean 70% of it was mostly dialogue. 30% was just blood action. That's pretty much it, 70-30. Now, I know that I was going to be hyped for this show, for episode 2, after the fight between the rabbit and the boar. Apparently not. So let me give you a recap of what happened in this review of episode 2. So basically, we kicked things off with just the highlight of the aftermath between the rabbit, who looked like Tokyo Ghoul, and the pig with 2 machine guns, like 2 heavy ass guns. Revy status. Anyway, he took the jewel out of her chest and swallow it, and then he controlled the pig. Now, we know the rabbit's ability. He makes dead, like Kabuto status of reanimation jutsu, got his own freaking army, and that's what he got. So basically, he got the head of the snake, and he got the pig. This guy's brolic, yo. It's like zombie apocalypse all over again. He has 2 of the strongest people right now. And we know the pig had an ability called non-reload. And apparently the ability is just having just think of Resident Evil 4 for a bit. When you unlock that infinite rocket launcher or the infinite Chicago type raider, and you just infinitely just keep going, no reloading required. That's the boar's ability. Now, as it progresses, we get to see other characters get to talk a lot. For example, we get to see the monkey, who looks like May from Overwatch, and you see the rat, who looks like Raiden from Metal Gear Solid for some reason. Kind of like, matter of fact, the rat, got that Vanguard thing going on. He looked like a Vanguard character. I don't know. But anyway, remember how the first episode came with the cliff? The cliff fell down, everybody got their separate ways. By looking at this, I was right that it was the monkey's idea, because at first I thought the rat kind of did it because he was soft. Not rat, because he's quiet. And the monkey also quiet. I think one of them did it, but the monkey did it. So for a high-tech wizard like herself, she managed to get the job done. Now, the dog. Boy, let me talk about the dog. The dog is a straight savage than Kiba from Naruto. The dog in this show, he's a savage, yo. By savage, I'm talking about freaking brolic ass Wolfenstein BS. Let me help you out here for a bit. He has this ability, when he bites somebody, they die automatically. It's kind of like an infection. You die, you become a zombie. But his bite is just like, and he just immediately, the character get exploded. I'm like, is this poison? He's a poisonous person. So if he bites you, you get poisoned. That's fucked up. And they showed his flashback where it was really good. You see the blood in this one. He really throw a knife at the guy's neck, and he ripped the guy's neck off, and it was really intense. It was great for an assassin dog like himself. Now, they also introduced the rooster. Now, the moral of episode 2 is never judge a book by its cover. And in this case, when you see a nice character like her, the sweet, innocent characters that we all know, chances are they're bound to be bad guys. That's how that works in the life of anime. You see a nice, good-looking character, all sweet and innocent, but then at the end of the day, it's not, because they turn evil. That happens. So when we see the rooster. Now, the rooster, she looks good. And I hate to say this to all you Monster Misune fans out there, Pappy, you ain't looking good for a bird yourself. This rooster looks hotter than you. You need some development, Pappy, immediately. But anyway, the rooster got this giant ass fork a giant ass pitchfork, like a dinner food fork, but a giant fork, and she want to make alliance with the dog. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, that's a good combination, but her ability is straight OP than everybody else. The rooster's ability, she got these birds, and the birds are like cameras. They're like the eyes in the sky. When they fly around, the birds see the eye, like the cameras. The birds are the cameras. So if the bird's flying over there, let's say the bird's flying on that tower right there, and it kind of like a camera, it follows where the character's at, and that bird will communicate with the rooster, saying, "Oh, they're on our tails. They're like 2 feet away. Yes, okay, I'm coming." Like that. That's kind of thing. That's the ability. So remember, guys, if you see a flock of birds running around, understand this: you're bound to see rooster or anybody coming to kill you. But that's her ability right there. Communication with the birds. The birds communicate with her, tell where they at, where they are, and all that stuff. That's OP. Now, another thing they showed, again, they did show the ox who sliced the freaking trees out, the glass, and jumped out. And you got the horse. Now I'm the zodiac of the horse. In Chinese zodiac, I'm the year of the horse. The horse, he looks kind of a nice guy. For a big guy, he looks nice. I don't know why, but he kind of is. I don't know. And he doesn't want to fight. I mean, he blocked the attack of the ox, who looked like a matador lookalike, but yeah, he blocked it. Now, here's the thing. Another action thing that was shocking to me was when he literally... Now, it's about the dog and the bird. Let me go back to that guy. The dog had this idea that, in his mind, he had this idea where he's like, you know what? I'm going to use the bird, the rooster, the chicken, whatever, as a source to literally eliminate all the players. I'm going to use her, and then I'm going to betray her last, because I want to be the one survival. Now here's the key to this game. Be the last one standing. Okay, we get that. But you got to know, you got to pick your battles. You have to, sometimes alliances do not work. Have you played Battlefield? Have you played Call of Duty? Have you played Left 4 Dead? Or any multiplayer shooting out there like Overwatch? Shit like that will hit the fan. So as you can see, the dog's like, give me your arm, I'm gonna bite you. And when he bite the rooster is like trying to control the power, and he couldn't. But then, she to control it. But then at the last point of it, she literally grabbed the face of the dog and crushed it. Whoosh, crushed it. I'm sorry, I don't know the way back. But yeah, crushed it. We're talking about like grab full face and crushed the dog's face. It was brutal. It was shockingly. I'm like, whoa. That's the only thing good about that. And not to mention the ending. The ending was so funny with all the birds coming around to follow the pig and find out where the rabbit is and the headless snake. But the thing all those birds remind me of the third Resident Evil movie, where all the crows are just waiting to make a sound. Where all the crows are waiting for that one sound and it just flocked everybody eating people. That's what it looks like. Now the opening, I gotta give a shout out to the opening. The opening was good to listen. It makes you want to listen to it like 2 or 3 times. But trust me when I say, you're gonna love the opening. I fell in love with it as well. But again, episode 2 wasn't hyped. I mean, it had some shocking moments, and it had one shocking moment for me, but episode 2 was just mostly dialogue. And I'm like, come on, get to the fight, man. I mean, I know I'm like trying to get in depth with everybody's characters, but come on. We're in episode 2. At least fight. Now, again, with all the dialogues, if it's like wasting my time watching this show. It's like, it's wasting my time. I'd rather watch Black Clover episode 2. Or I'd rather watch freaking Love Life Sunshine. Or Food War season 3 episode 2. At least it had a lot of dialogue, but at least it's something. But this episode was mostly dialogue just to get in depth with everybody's characters. So it's not like I said I love this episode. It's just too much of talking, but more of this. You know what I mean? That's how it is. But that's it for now. So tune in next week for episode 3 of Zodiac Wars. And let's hope that honestly, God, give us some more fighting scenes in next week's episode.